Part 32. Fantasy, I Robbed Millions of Saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 315. Qin Changshen bluntly stated that he planned to take Liang Xian'er and Xianyao away together, and Xianyao was also a little embarrassed. After Xianyao got to know Qin Changshen, she discovered that Qin Changshen's talent was so good and his strength was so strong. Moreover, after Shang Guanshishi introduced Qin Changshen, Xianyao also understood Qin Changshen's personality. It is common for a strong man to have many beauties. Although Xianyao is a little resistant, Qin Changshen is not bad in all aspects, so he can accept it. If the young master can help me rebuild Yaokai Holy Land and extend my life, it is not impossible. It's just that I only have less than 100 years to live, so I'm already in a state of aging. It's not important, I have a solution. It doesn't matter whether you are willing or not, I am the one who plundered so many holy places. Qin Changshen can't help Xianyao recover now, but it is still easy to treat Liang Xian'er's injuries. Qin Changshen thought about the treasure house of Fixian Holy Land, so he won't move it yet, and he is not in a hurry. At that time, the Imperial Formation Holy Land must be secured first. Qin Changshen rested in Fixian Holy Land and stayed at Feng Qingguo's residence. The environment here was very good and there were many rooms. Qin Changshen was naturally very happy to live there. Come down. Over at the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation, the Holy Son of the Imperial Formation, Zhenqian Kaiu, is waiting for the Formation Boy to bring him back. This is the blood of the Emperor. If he can get it, he will be greatly improved. As for the way for Zhenqian Kaiu to improve, it is very simple, that is, to dedicate the captured saint to a strong man, a peerless strong man, a legendary martial emperor. The reason why Zhenqian Kaiu is so powerful is because he has the power of the emperor's bloodline. The reason why the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation is so powerful is not only because the Holy Master Formation Huangji is a humane saint of the Formation Way and a half-step martial emperor, but also because of this martial emperor. With this backing, the strength of the Imperial Formation Holy Land has rapidly increased, and now it is vaguely about to become the #1 Holy Land. However, Zhen Huangji also knew that a big tree attracts the wind, which was how the original Yaokai Holy Land was destroyed. The current Emperor Ji is also crazily improving his strength. Of course, a large part of his strength is hidden. It's not good, son. Zhenqian Kaiu is in his palace, and the demonic aura is scattered. In the strong demonic aura, his strength is rapidly increasing. Hearing the sound outside the palace, Zhenqian Kaiu was extremely angry, but he still did not move at all. He just heard a coercive and angry voice. What's the matter? If you can't tell a reason, just go die. The people outside the door were frightened and immediately knelt down outside the palace. Holy Son, the life card of the Great Elder of Zhentong was broken, and the Great Elder died. Zhenqian Kaiu finally couldn't sit still. A pair of ghost-like eyes opened, revealing a ferocious look. He quickly converged his aura, and the demonic energy disappeared without a trace. The palace door quickly opened, and a black figure passed by and appeared at the palace door. What? The life card of the Great Elder of Zhentong was shattered. He was a 9th grade martial emperor. That disciple was very afraid of Zhenqian Kaiu. He knelt in front of him, not daring to raise his head at all, for fear that Zhenqian Kaiu would kill him in a rage. In fact, he was also trying to cover his ears. As long as he didn't raise his head, he wouldn't be able to see Zhenqian Kaiu take action. Then I am safe. It's really broken. Someone has already gone to notify the sect master immediately. I was sent to inform you, the Holy Son. The Great Elder is a 9th grade martial emperor. Also going with him are the Holy Lord Mo Wuhan of the Thousand Demons sect, and our Elder Fan Kun. Where is Fan Kun's life card? Yes, also broken. Zhenqian Kaiu was dressed in a black robe, looking into the distance, exuding a terrifying aura all the time, 2 9th-level martial emperors and 1 8th-level martial emperor, let them go to an 8th-level Holy Land to bring the saint back. They can't do it. Waste. What a waste. Qin Changshen was furious. If Feng Qingguo awakened the emperor's bloodline, if he could get it, he could either offer it to Emperor Wu and get a reward, or use Feng Qingguo as a cauldron to improve his own strength. Both of these methods are feasible. But in the end, the person was not brought back, but was killed instead. It seems that an 8th-grade Holy Land with such strength is really underestimated. Zhen Qinkai was furious and glanced coldly at the disciple kneeling at his feet. He was too lazy to take action. He had to quickly find his father, the Holy Master of Huangzhen Huangji, to discuss what to do next. Zhen Qinkai. The journey was smooth and they arrived at the palace of Zhenhuangji. Zhenhuangji was also furious and burst out with a powerful momentum, causing the disciples in the Holy Land to panic. What's going on? Is that the dojo where the Holy Lord retreats? Why did such a terrifying aura erupt? I don't know, something big seems to have happened. What's the big deal? I heard that the life cards of 2 elders were broken. They are not ordinary elders, they are the great elders and Elder Fan Kun. An 8th-grade martial emperor and a 9th-grade martial emperor, how is that possible? The disciples all know that when the life card is broken, it means death. Ordinary disciples do not have life cards. Apart from the saints and saints, only the elders are qualified to make life cards. However, an 8th-grade martial emperor, a 9th-grade martial emperor, this is the top combat power in the imperial domain. I don't know either. I heard that it was the Holy Son who fell in love with the Fixian saint, the one who awakened the bloodline of the emperor. Fixian Holy Land is an 8th-grade Holy Land. No matter how powerful it is, it will not be as powerful as the Great Elder. Who knows, he is really dead anyway. Could it be said that this flying fairy saint has been attracted by some powerful person? All of a sudden, there were more discussions. This death is not ordinary. Some disciples of the Imperial Formation Holy Land also felt a little bad. However, they were powerless and could only continue to take one step at a time. Inside the palace in the middle, Zhen Qinkai saw Zhen Huangji. Father. You've heard it, right? This time, someone is plotting against us behind our backs. Zhen Qinkai also felt that this was the only possibility. Our Imperial Formation Holy Land has grown in recent years, so naturally some people will covet us and want to destroy us. It's a pity that they don't know our true strength at all. Zhen Huangji also nodded secretly. Yes, our Emperor's Holy Land is now the most powerful Holy Land. Our strength has far exceeded the original Yaokai Holy Land. Even if the 8 Holy Lands join forces, they may not be able to do it. Is our opponent. That's right, what's more, we still have that one. Zhen Huangji interrupted Zhen Qinkai. You can't completely trust him. He just wants to restore his strength. He is using us, so why don't we use him again? When he is completely useless to us, let him stay completely. Zhen Qinkai also had the same plan, that's right. However, both Zhentong and Fan Kun have died, and Mo Wuhan is probably dead as well. 3 trash, even an 8th-grade Holy Land can't deal with it. This Feng Qingguo, her royal bloodline is very important to me. 2 9th-grade martial emperors have gone, but they both fell into the dust. I am afraid that 3 or 4 may not be able to do it. Father, let me go. I will lead the 7 9th-grade martial emperors, and with that life-saving means, no matter who is behind it, they can be bulldozed directly. The Array Emperor was a little hesitant as to whether he should do this or not. The number of 7 9th-grade martial emperors was quite large, so he took about half of them with him. If something happens again, it would be very bad. The best way is to take people with you and send everyone together. I have a hunch that there may be more than one family behind it. Zhen Qinkai was extremely proud. Even if the 8 Holy Lands join forces, they may not be the opponents of so many of us. Father, you worry too much. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 316. Zhen Qinkai is extremely proud. Regarding the strength of these people, these are 7 ninth-grade martial emperors. They are as worthless as martial kings. You know, at the peak of Yaokai Holy Land, there were only 3 ninth-grade martial emperors in one Holy Land. Seeing that Zhen Huangji was still hesitating, Zhen Qinkai continued to add, Father, if these people are released, I can destroy the 8 Holy Lands one by one. What's more, I still have the last resort to save my life. If the last means of saving your life cannot be used, I will give you another treasure. Take this bead, and when you encounter danger, crush it, and I will descend into an incarnation that can help you fight. This is equivalent to summoning the Emperor of the formation. The strength of the formation of the Emperor is ranked among the top 5 in the Imperial domain, and its strength is naturally extremely terrifying. Even if it is just a phantom, the humane saint of the way of the formation is still very terrifying. Thank you, Father. Go ahead and take Formation 1 to Formation 7 with you. Even those 3 old guys will die if they encounter you. However, if they join forces, they should crush the beads as soon as possible. Yes, Father. No matter who it is, no one can stop our father and son from dominating the Imperial domain. Since I have to show my strength this time, I think I should just stop doing it and destroy all the other 8 holy places when I come back. Let's discuss this later. You'd better bring Feng Qingguo back first. Her royal bloodline will be of great help to you. Zhen Qinkai's face showed a ruthless look, full of murderous intent. There are 7 people in the first class of Zhen, whether it is Fixian Holy Land or anyone who blocks them, no one will be spared, they will all be killed. Zhen Qinkai came to a secret forbidden place. This is the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation and no one can come in. Zhen Qinkai held the token and said, from Formation 1 to Formation 7, the 7 of you will follow me out. 7 people appeared from their caves, each one venting their demonic energy wantonly, exuding a powerful aura. They didn't seem to be that smart, but they were very powerful, as if they were killing machines. They had no emotion and were cold. Yes, the sun. 7 ninth-grade martial emperors. If the other 8 holy places heard this, they would probably be unable to sit still. This is really terrifying. It is already very powerful for a holy place to have 2 ninth-grade martial emperors, and now it shows there are about 10 people who have come out. The Imperial Formation Holy Land promotes only 2 to the outside world, the Formation Emperor and the Grand Elder Formation Boy, but the strength behind the scenes is far more than that. For example, the formations brought out now arrive at the Formation 7, that is, 7. There are 9 left, which adds up to 16. Zhen Qinkai brought enough people and set off directly on the flying palace. Qin Changshen was leisurely waiting for the return of the major holy places in Fixian Holy Land, waiting for them to return and send resources. In addition to these, Qin Changshen also had to find a way to cheat, which was to help his little slave girls improve their bloodline power. Qin Changshen's method is very simple, that is, to use his imperial bloodline to help them improve. Most of these women's bloodline power is related to monsters. Qin Changshen's Luanfengguang bloodline can be regarded as having a trace of phoenix blood, which is equivalent to dragon blood, and can naturally help the female slaves improve their strength. However, the power of blood is not simply about bleeding, but about condensing the power of blood in the body and turning it into a drop of extremely pure blood. Qin Changshen's bloodline power can condense at most a dozen drops of Luanfengguang's essence and blood. Moreover, not a single drop of blood essence was extracted. If the blood essence was taken out, it would probably take Qin Changshen 2 to 3 months to recover. However, Qin Changshen is systematic, and he will just rely on the improvement of the saints to give him feedback. Like the group of Gu Qingxiu and Murongfei who first followed Qin Changsheng, most of them only had spirit bodies or only had bloodline power, and the bloodline power they possessed was also very thin. The power of bloodline will definitely improve them tremendously, and their improvement will definitely help Qin Changsheng gain benefits. Qin Changsheng spent a lot of money and a lot of time to extract 3 drops of blood essence. Although it was not too much, Qin Changsheng also felt like he was hollowed out. This feeling was worse than holding on for several hours. Weak. Sir, are you okay? Actually, you don't have to do this for us. This will also damage the power of your bloodline, master. Xianyao didn't expect that Qin Changsheng would work so hard, even 3 drops of blood at a time. What you did is still somewhat inappropriate. What if someone comes to attack you at this time? Qin Changsheng was too lazy to mutter so much. Why don't you hurry up and get ready? I'm going to take a rest first. You should increase your bloodline power and strength as soon as possible. This is more important than anything else. Qin Changsheng's method is also very simple. There was originally a natural spiritual liquid pool. Qin Changsheng opened an artificial spiritual liquid pool here, and then dripped his own blood essence into the spiritual liquid pool. Naturally, everything was done. All the saints have been gathered, including Xianyao and Liang Xian'er. There are now more than 60 in total. Yingyingyanyan looks quite spectacular. Those who were swept over by Qin Changsheng earlier have already become accustomed to it. Now, Liang Xian'er is still a little reluctant to let go. Feng Qingguo, Xianyao, and Shang Guanshishi are not in a hurry to go first. They are all of the blood of the emperor, so Qin Changsheng's blood essence will not greatly improve them. Unless a whole drop of blood essence is given to them, they will have some improvement. Qin Changsheng's blood essence is integrated into the spiritual liquid, and all the saints are absorbing the power of the blood essence. This power enters the body, and then begins help them improve their original bloodline power. Those who did not have bloodline power now have bloodline power, and the power they need is minimal. The ones who absorb the most essence and blood power are the saints with the king's bloodline, which are considered the core. If the power of one of them's bloodline rises to that of an emperor's bloodline, I'll make a profit. However, things did not go as Qin Changsheng expected. Although there were indeed many reminders, improvements to Qin Changsheng were still relatively rare. Basically, those who did not have the power of blood have gained the power of blood, a 10-fold gain, which is nothing more than that. Next is the monster bloodline. One of them has been upgraded to the divine beast bloodline. The reward of 10 times the income is only 10 times the divine beast bloodline, not even the king's bloodline. Qin Changsheng is extremely patient. At least the improvement of these people will slowly replenish Qin Changsheng. Now that time is still there, Qin Changsheng just needs to continue to wait. I feel that 3 drops is not enough. If it is too much, I feel afraid that they will not be able to hold on. Qin Changsheng gritted his teeth and prepared to continue bleeding. Isn't it just blood essence? Here it is, give me 2 more drops. Although the goblin blood power is not consumed very much now, Qin Changsheng plans to make preparations in advance. The more he invests, the greater the harvest will be. Therefore, he will directly spend money now. Master, do you still want to refine blood essence? In this case, it will also damage the power of your bloodline, and it is very likely that your quality will deteriorate. It's okay, just 2 more drops. I have a way to replenish it. Carrot. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 317. Qin Changsheng was refining the power of essence and blood, and with the other 3 watching, there shouldn't be any big problems. After all, There were nearly 60 people, and those with slightly lower strength had limited ability to absorb the Earth's blood. When they felt that the power of absorbing the blood was almost the same, they came to the side of the spiritual liquid pool to practice. The realm is also improving accordingly, and the speed of improvement is really not slow. Gu Qingxiu has broken through to the Unity realm. According to the original training speed, Gu Qingxiu can reach the Qi-Si realm relatively quickly. But now that she has broken through to the Unity realm, she is already considered to have a certain strength on the edge of the eastern wasteland. Of course, no matter who he is, there is no comparison with Qin Changsheng. Murong Fei was originally of the Kailan bloodline, but now her bloodline power has improved very quickly. She even activated the Kailan bloodline and was directly promoted to the Holy Kailan bloodline. However, all this did not stop. Murong Fei could continue to absorb the power of blood, and it seemed that there would be a great improvement. As for the others, Chai Linger's Purple Kite King bloodline, Jing Yarui's Emperor Tiger bloodline, and the other saintly girls' bloodlines have been improving, and they are just short of a qualitative change. Qin Changsheng refined 2 more drops of essence and blood. After losing 5 drops of essence and blood, Qin Changsheng felt even weaker, as if he had indulged in excess. Just wait patiently, it is not that easy to improve the power of blood, especially the blood of the king. It is really difficult to break through to the blood of the king. Qin Changsheng was resting, with Feng Qingguo and Shang Guan Shishi taking care of him, while Xian Yao was doing a little training to improve her strength. Although there are many resources here, they are not very helpful. To break through to the realm of Emperor Wu, Xian Yao's accumulation is almost there. The only problem is that there is an opportunity and his physical condition does not allow Xian Yao to break through. If you force a breakthrough, your body may not be able to withstand such a powerful force. Qin Changsheng had been resting, so the 3 of them were responsible for handling the matter in the spiritual liquid pool. In less than a day, the power of Qin Changsheng's drop of blood essence had been absorbed, so Shang Guan Shishi added another drop. Ensure that these saints have enough bloodline power to help them improve. Once they improve, Qin Changsheng can improve quickly. 3 days have passed, and the 5 drops of blood essence have been completely absorbed. During this period, Qin Changsheng recovered and replenished 2 drops. Qin Changsheng refined another 3 drops of blood essence and added it. In other words, there were 8 drops of blood essence in total. Many saints have achieved breakthroughs in their realms, and their bloodline power has also improved. Now, the main thing is to look at these saints whose bloodline power is already relatively strong. Their bloodline power is already very strong, and it will take some time to improve. Qin Changsheng was waiting silently, playing the guqin. The melody was clear and melodious, and very beautiful. Xian Yao also remembered the vision. Qin Changsheng was a true saint of the way of the Qin. No wonder he felt so good when playing the Qin. Moreover, what surprised Xian Yao the most was that Qin Changsheng recovered so quickly and even added 3 drops of blood essence into it. It was really cruel. Qin Changsheng waited patiently and finally got an improvement. The originally thin bloodline power has now become rich and even perfect. Their bloodline power has increased, and Qin Changsheng's bloodline power is also recovering rapidly. Lu Menjiao's Thunderbird King bloodline has now been upgraded to Thunder Eagle King bloodline, giving Qin Changsheng 10 times direct feedback, and Qin Changsheng has recovered almost a drop of blood essence. The bloodline of the Thunder Eagle King is not the bloodline of the Emperor. It feels uncomfortable. We can only continue to wait. Qin Changsheng is helpless and can only wait slowly. The possibility of others breaking through to the Emperor's bloodline is very small. Lu Menjiao, who was given high hopes, has not been able to ascend to the Emperor's bloodline for the time being. Then the remaining possibilities are even lower, and the possibilities for the sisters Wu Changchang, Ye Qiaomen, and Jing Yarui are even smaller. Chai Linger is the last one to be given high hopes. After all, the original bloodline is very good. It is hard to say whether the bloodline of King Ziwan can be promoted to the bloodline of the emperor. Finally, Qin Changshen waited for the signs of improvement in the power of the bloodline, but it was not his little slave girls, but Liang Xian'er. Liang Xian'er did not. She is not a saint, so Qin Changshen has not improved at all from Liang Xian'er's improvement. No, isn't it? Are you really kidding me like that? I've spent a lot of money, so at least it gives me a little hope. The power of the saint's bloodline has been improved, and the improvement is huge, but there is no emperor's bloodline. Only Liang Xian'er is ready to awaken the emperor's bloodline. At this time, Chai Linger's bloodline has also undergone a huge change. Changes, wrapped in the power of blood, emitting light. The rules of the avenue are surrounding. It seems that the rules of the avenue hidden in the blood have been activated, and it seems that the power of the rules of the avenue has been absorbed into the blood, improving the power of the blood. Power. Feng Qingguo and others saw that they were really about to awaken the bloodline of the emperor. Not only is the master about to awaken the bloodline of the emperor, but Chai Linger is also about to awaken. Two royal bloodlines, isn't this too crazy? The young master has sacrificed so much to create two royal bloodlines. Qin Changshen smiled broadly. Finally, he had achieved a great harvest. Qin Changshen believed that the power of Chai Linger's bloodline had been upgraded to the bloodline of the emperor, and the power of his own bloodline could be improved again. Ha ha ha, okay, two royal bloodlines, okay, really good. What Qin Changshen is really happy about is Chai Linger's promotion. Chai Linger's promotion has a strong feedback on him. As for Liang Xian'er's bloodline awakening and promotion to the emperor's bloodline, it has no improvement on him. Liang Xian'er has also absorbed so much of my bloodline power. Let her and Feng Qingguo repay it slowly when the time comes. Awakening the bloodline of the emperor, a vision descended from the sky. The two women are ready to welcome the vision and promotion. The bloodline of the emperor awakened by Liang Xian'er is the bloodline of Emperor Yuan He, while the bloodline awakened by Chai Linger is the bloodline of Emperor Suankan, are all very powerful bloodline power. Although the emperor's bloodline awakened by Chai Linger is only a thin bloodline, it is the emperor's bloodline after all, and it will be of great help to Qin Changshen's bloodline power. Yes, my Luan Feng emperor bloodline may be able to gain some improvement again. There are two different kinds of visions coming from the sky. This scene was seen by Zhen Qiankai from a distance. In the direction of the Fixian Holy Land, there are two kinds of visions coming. This, the power of the emperor's bloodline, a vision from the sky. The two visions are both visions of the emperor's bloodline. They are two people who have awakened the emperor's bloodline. Zhen Qiankai's heart felt hot, but he also considered a question: didn't it be said before that the Fixian saint had awakened the emperor's bloodline? Logically speaking, it should have ended long ago, so why did it appear again? Could it be said that I got some treasure that can help people improve their bloodline power? There was one before and two now, which add up to 3 royal bloodlines. Take them all away, regardless of gender. Although Zhen Qiankai also considered that there might be some danger in this. However, the strength of the 7 ninth grade martial emperors around him is not weak. The 4th grade martial emperor, the way of the formation is righteous and holy, comparable to the 8th or even 9th grade martial emperor. Coupled with the various life-saving means on his body, the means given by the Emperor Ji, and the strongest and most secret life-saving means, even if the martial emperor comes, Zhen Qiankai feels that he should be able to survive. He can't care about so much anymore. The blood of the emperor is the most important. Quick, move forward at full speed, towards the Fixian Holy Land. The emperor's bloodline must all be mine. With them, the power of my bloodline and my strength will be greatly improved. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 318. 318, Confrontation. Qin Changsheng watched the vision coming from the sky and waited for the end of Liang Xiener and Qi Linger's vision. When the vision ends, Qi Linger's imperial bloodline will give feedback to Qin Changsheng. Didi, congratulations to the Holy Lord, the power of Bailing Saint Qi Linger's bloodline has awakened into the bloodline of the Emperor. The bloodline of Emperor Suankan has been successful. After it has been multiplied by 10 times, it will be given back to the Holy Lord. Qin Changsheng felt the increase in the power of his bloodline. He was originally the bloodline of Luanfeng Emperor, but now he has been promoted to the bloodline of Fire Phoenix Emperor. The Fire Phoenix Emperor is not a phoenix. The Fire Phoenix is just a type of Phoenix clan. The power of blood is stronger than that of the Luan Phoenix. At least it can be regarded as a pure Phoenix clan. There are still many classifications in the Phoenix clan, such as Fire Phoenix, Xianfeng, Yuanfeng, Tianfeng, and the Emperor Phoenix clan in the Phoenix clan, etc. Among the Phoenix clan, the Fire Phoenix can only be regarded as a phoenix with a relatively average bloodline. Clan. However, even the ordinary Fire Phoenix Emperor bloodline is already an excellent bloodline. Good. Fire Phoenix Emperor bloodline, this is the pure Phoenix clan. Qin Changsheng felt how powerful he was. The Fire Phoenix Emperor's bloodline was rich. Qin Changsheng now can refine the blood essence again and improve the bloodline of the saints again. However, in the short term, there is still no need to provide them with blood. After the Imperial Formation Holy Land is dealt with first and their bloodline power is stable, then we will find an opportunity to improve their bloodline power. Qin Changsheng knows that this kind of thing cannot be accomplished overnight, so he still has to take his time. However, when the vision was about to end, Qin Changsheng felt someone approaching quickly, and he was almost near the Fixian Holy Land. Mr. Qin, it seems that someone is approaching Fixian Holy Land again. Well, I felt it too. Xianyao felt that the visitor might be evil. After all, the people in the Imperial Formation Holy Land have been dealt with by Qin Changsheng. It is definitely reasonable to send people again now. However, Qin Changsheng just contributed 8 drops of blood essence, and his current strength it may not have recovered, which makes Xianyao a little worried. Mr. Qin, you may have come to the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation, but you have lost too much energy and blood now, and your strength may not be restored. If someone comes from the Imperial Formation Holy Land, their strength may be stronger. Qin Changsheng was very calm. It doesn't matter, my strength has been restored, these few drops of blood are nothing. Xianyao was surprised that Qin Changsheng could recover so quickly. Those were 8 drops of the Emperor's essence and blood, which could help a person with the king's bloodline to be promoted to the Emperor's bloodline. However, Qin Changsheng has now recovered. This it is simply unimaginable. Generally speaking, if too much blood essence is consumed, the power of the blood may degrade. And even if 1 drop is lost, it will take several days to recover. Mr. Qin is really gifted, and he can recover the lost 8 drops of blood so quickly. However, I am very curious about who the people from the Imperial Formation Holy Land can send. Xianyao looked to the horizon, knowing that the person who came was not good. Even Zhentong and Mo Wuhan didn't come back. Unless they could bring Zhen Huangji over. I have a feeling that the Imperial Formation Holy Land may have hidden strength, otherwise, with just the Formation Emperor Ji, he wouldn't be able to kill him directly. Qin Changsheng doesn't know much about the Imperial Formation Holy Land and the Formation Emperor Ji. Xianyao may know more about it. However, it is understood that the Imperial Formation Holy Land only has 2 9th-grade martial emperors, one is a Formation Boy and the other is a Formation Emperor Ji. The Formation Boy is just an ordinary 9th-grade martial emperor, while the Formation Emperor is relatively powerful, and his current strength firmly occupies one of the top 3 places in the Imperial realm. There are 2 people left, one is the Wushan Holy Master of the Wushan Holy Land Shenwuji, and the other one is Long Yao Tian, the Holy Lord of Shenjiao Holy Land. However, if a formation emperor comes, he probably won't be Qin Changshen's opponent, unless formation emperor has other confidences. If Jin Huangji really comes, his strength should be stronger than mine now. Moreover, he is a humane saint who has become a saint through the way of formation. Most likely, he has other means to deal with us. Qin Changshen was extremely calm. He saw that Chai Linger and Liang Xianer were about to land, and the flying palace had stopped. Zhen Qiankai appeared in the air. Behind him, there were 7 ninth-grade martial emperors, 3 in front and 4 in the rear. This breath, the remaining one among the 7 ninth-grade martial emperors, seems to be slightly weaker. Xian Yao was extremely surprised. This is not the 7th-grade martial emperor, but the 9th-grade martial emperor. How can this be? The strength of the 7 ninth-grade martial emperors is even stronger than that of the Yaokai Holy Land, and they can even sweep across the entire imperial domain. Zhen Qiankai looked happy when he saw the people in the sky. They were actually 2 beauties. It seems that this holy son is very lucky. The 2 of the royal bloodline are both beauties, and this holy son likes them very much. Go and bring them here. After Qin Changshen discovered that Zhen Qiankai and others had arrived, he had already flown into the air, and the vision had disappeared. Qin Changshen appeared at the right time, holding one in each hand, and appeared in front of Zhen Qiankai. These 2 people belonged to Qin Changshen. Qin Changshen had no intention of giving up to Zhen Qiankai. Seeing Qin Changshen's appearance, Zhen Qiankai's face turned very ugly. Both Chai Linger and Liang Xianer were both stunningly beautiful and of royal blood. When Zhen Qiankai first met, when the 2 of them met, he had already recognized the 2 as belonging to him. Zhen Qiankai looked at Qin Changshen, not hiding his murderous intention at all. Let go of those 2 women, cut off both arms, and send them away. Come here and I can give you a comfortable way to die. Qin Changshen has guessed that this person should be the holy son Qiankai of the imperial formation Holy Land, the person who competed with him for the mission. Although he does not know what the purpose was, the saint who was robbed is basically none of them ended well. Qin Changshen also planned to face Zhen Qiankai directly, and planned to deal with this ruthless man who destroyed flowers with his own hands. Zhen Qiankai seemed to have a good face, but he exuded a sinister aura all the time. His strength was also extraordinary, and he was already 4. You must know that the saints and saints of the 9th grade Holy Land are now generally in the realm of 9th grade martial kings and 1st grade martial emperors. And Zhen Qiankai's strength is indeed a bit ridiculously strong. This smell is very disgusting. I don't know what is going on. Qin Changshen faced Zhen Qiankai directly. Since Zhen Qiankai dared to say harsh words, Qin Changshen naturally dared to. You are very courageous to dare to take an idea of my young master's little slave girl. Then I will give you a chance, kneel at my feet, and I will consider letting you live. Zhen Qiankai showed a fierce look. Okay, you have the courage. I hope you will still have such courage when you die. Xian Yao appeared next to Qin Changshen, dressed in palace attire, with stunning beauty and 3,000 white hair, which stunned even Zhen Qiankai. She is also a good woman, but she also wants to stay alive. Kill that man directly and capture the 3 women alive. This holy son will enjoy them. Xian Yao snorted coldly, just you, your good-for-nothing dad was no match for me at first, so it's just you. Seeing that Jin Huangji and I have known each other for many years, I will give you a head. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 319. Zhen Qiankai did not expect that Xian Yao actually knew Jin Huangji. It seemed that he was of the same generation as Jin Huangji, and he did not dare to underestimate him. Huh, just you? My father is one of the top 3 half-step martial emperor masters in the imperial domain. Except for Chen Wuji and Long Yaotian, no one is my father's opponent. Xian Yao's face was as frosty as ice. It seems that after not seeing each other for so many years, they have already been forgotten. It just so happens that you also use your life to tell those people that blood debts must be paid with blood. Remember my name, this palace's holy master Xianyao of Yaokai. Xianyao didn't say anything. He directly took action and activated the power of the stars. The innate star body and the way of stars cooperated with each other. This was Xianyao's most powerful killing move. Zhen Qiankai finally had some impression. Among the top 10 holy places at the time, it can be called the strongest Yaokai holy land. In the end, the 9 holy lands joined forces to destroy it. The Imperial Formation Holy Land was one of the initiators of the 9 holy lands joining forces. It is precisely because of this that the Imperial Formation Holy Land has been hiding its strength. Once the formation arrives, people like Zhen Qi have never appeared before, and there is also the hidden final trump card. Zhen Qiankai is relaxed on the surface, but also a little more vigilant in her heart. She has heard of how powerful Xianyao was back then. Unexpectedly, she is still alive. Naturally, he did not dare to underestimate them. He also had some thoughts in his mind. It seems that Zhentong and Mo Wuhan may have been sneak attacked by Xianyao. As for that man, I can't see through it at all. He shouldn't be a powerful character, right? Yaokai Holy Land, haha, has been destroyed for many years. Even in the original Yaokai Holy Land, were there so many 9th grade martial emperors? The people I bring with me now are enough to destroy your Yaokai Holy Land again. Yellow-haired kid, you are so arrogant. Formation 6 and 7, go and entertain the Holy Master of Yaokai. 3, 4, 5, go kill that kid and bring him back. Liang Xianer immediately asked for a fight. Mr. Qin, Xianer has broken through to the 9th rank martial emperor. I hope I can share the burden for you and Sister Xianyao. Okay, just deal with one of them. These people seem to be a bit extraordinary. Qin Changsheng really saw that these people are indeed not simple. They have invisible demonic energy and are very terrifying. The most important thing is that they seem to have no consciousness and are just killing machines with no emotions. But they seem to be like puppets. There was something different about it, which surprised Qin Changsheng. The people on the other side had already started to take action, and in an instant, powerful demonic aura burst out. The demonic aura covered the sky and the sun. This demonic aura was far stronger than Mo Wuhan's demonic aura. It must be pure and terrifying. Mo Wuhan is the leader of the Thousand Demon sect and the lord of the Holy Land, but compared with any of them, it feels too weak. Comparing Mo Wuhan with these people, Mo Wuhan's demonic energy seems to have been diluted many times, as if it is a pirated copy, a high imitation. And the demonic energy of these people is extremely pure, like real demonic energy. System, what's going on? Could it be the so-called demon clan? Qin Changsheng learned from Xianyao that there are many races in the eternal realm, and it seems normal to have demons. And according to Xianyao, the 3 races that humans know the most about are the demon race, and the spirit race. A lot of the blood power of human beings comes from these 3 races. Especially the demon race. If the demon race is subdivided, there are hundreds of demon races. Next are the demon race and the spirit race. The blood power of the spirit race, they are relatively peaceful and righteous, while the blood power of the demons is raging, crazy, and destructive in nature. Therefore, the demon cultivators are somewhat similar to the demons, but because of their weak blood power, they are able to maintain their consciousness as human beings. These people are like being infused with powerful demonic energy, and their true spirits have collapsed. They have lost their own consciousness and are closer to the demons. The soft voice of the system appeared. This is the transformed person of the demons. By using powerful demonic energy, transforming humans into demon puppets that have no consciousness and can only obey orders. Xianyao can also feel that these people are not just simple demon cultivators. This kind of power is more like the demons recorded in ancient books. Demons. How can it be? The master once made it clear that in this world, it is the territory of our human race, and it is impossible for demons to exist. Qin Changshen didn't care about this. Be more careful, these demons don't look that simple. No matter how it appeared anyway. Since they dare to appear, then destroy them. Zhen Qiankai has no intention of hiding it. After so many years of accumulation, there are 16 demon puppets of the 9th grade martial emperor. Each puppet is stronger than the average 9th grade martial emperor. The demonic energy explodes. It's not just magic energy, it feels a bit similar to the power of rules. Yes, there is a power similar to the rules of the avenue hidden in the magic energy. This kind of power makes Xianyao feel difficult to deal with. Xianyao at this moment, all the strength burst out, the power of the bloodline of the Queen Mother of the West was activated, the holy body of the stars was activated, and the endless power of the stars crowned her. Cranes and Qingluan were flying, Xianyao was guarded among them, like a female emperor, the power of the stars transformed as a crown and robe, Xianyao is like an empress among the stars. In the power of the stars, the rules of the avenue are faintly revealed, surrounded by star beads, connected to each other and turned into spears, blazing towards each other. Go. However, there seems to be great rules in the opponent's demonic energy. The power of the rules is full of ravage, destruction and death. Among the powers of these people, there is actually a power similar to the power of the rules of the avenue. Although I don't know how it is done, its strength should not be underestimated. After becoming a saint, the power of the Dao rules used is not at the same level as ordinary power. This is why a strong person who becomes a saint will be very powerful. Xianyao can fight 1 against 2. It is because of the immortal Yao is a human saint who has become a saint through the way of stars. The way of stars is inherently extremely powerful, so Xianyao's strength is naturally very strong. Qin Changshen took the initiative to stop the 2 opponents, and the power of his blood was released, and the Fire Phoenix Emperor appeared. After passing away, Qin Changshen's current bloodline power is about 1/10 of that of a 9th grade martial emperor realm Fire Phoenix. The Fire Phoenix appeared in the world, and a cry resounded throughout the world, flying in the air, as if a ball of flame, in front of the boundless demonic energy. These are nothing at all. Sure enough, there is the power of rules, but it is not the power of rules that was realized through enlightenment and sainthood, but other methods were used to allow them to barely use this power of rules. In front of the way of fire, the demonic energy was burned all the time, making a sizzling sound. The Fire Phoenix flew, spread its wings, and the power of the flames exploded, instantly creating a large area of demonic energy nearby. And the power of destroying the rules was actually directly burned by the power of the rules of the fire. Xianyao was indeed very strong, but he had already used all his strength to fight 1 against 2. And Qin Changshen, just activated the power of blood with just a little strength, he had already forced back 2 9th grade martial emperors. Only then did Zhen Qiankai notice that Qin Changshen might actually be the one who killed Zhen Tong and Mo Wuhan. This is the power of the Fire Phoenix Emperor's bloodline. There is an Emperor's bloodline. Formation 1 and 2, you also come up. Regardless of whether this kid lives or dies, the power of his bloodline must be mine. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 320. Qin Changshen's bloodline power, combined with the power of his own rules of the Way of Fire, created a fire phoenix derived from the rules of the Way of Fire, flying freely in the sky, and the demonic energy could not stop it at all. This fire phoenix can directly face 2 9th grade martial emperors with 1 against 2, and it still has quite a bit of strength left. Jin Qiankai also sent out the remaining 2 people, and Jin Qiankai also planned to use his trump card directly. Xianyao was fighting 1 against 2, and it seemed that the situation was evenly matched. Liang Xian'er activated the emperor's bloodline and was able to deal with the 9th grade martial emperor. Only Qin Changsheng. The strength is unfathomable, making Zheng Qiankai feel uneasy. Therefore, Zheng Qiankai plans to resolve the battle as soon as possible. Life-saving methods are not only used when saving lives. If you use them early to subdue and kill the opponent, the effect will be better. It would be really stupid to wait until you are about to die before using it. Qin Changsheng took the initiative to attack and found that 2 more people had joined the battlefield. The rules of the sword appeared, and what appeared before the rules was the sword's intention. A sword intent soared into the sky, threatening all directions. The great rules of the sword, under the influence of Qin Changsheng's sword intention, gradually turned into swords of rules, each of which was extremely mysterious, with the lines of the great rules on the sword. Most people dare not look directly at these lines, as if the sword energy is directly piercing their eyes. If you are not careful, you may be stabbed blind. Zheng Qiankai watched Qin Changsheng's fire phoenix flying. With a wave of its wings, it rained down fire all over the sky and turned into a rain of flaming arrows. And Jian's Hideo flew flying swords in the air, turned into a sword formation, and headed towards the other 2 people. With 1 against 4, this method made Zheng Qiankai sigh at Qin Changsheng's power. Sure enough, this kid is very powerful. I wonder where this old monster came from. Could it be that he is also from the eternal realm? Besides, it's impossible for anyone to be so strong. Zheng Qiankai is very sure that Qin Changsheng is in the realm of the 8th grade martial emperor, not the real martial emperor. The reason for his strong strength is very simple. The first point is the power of the Fire Phoenix Emperor's bloodline, and the second point is that he is now showing the power of the 2 laws of the Great Avenue has emerged. The way of fire and the way of sword. You have actually mastered 2 kinds of swordsmanship. They are very strong and very good. However, your level is still too low after all. I have 7 9th grade martial emperors, and I can summon my father. That's 8 9th grade martial emperors. How do you beat me? Zheng Qiankai didn't see that Qin Changsheng's way of fire and sword were both authentic saints, not human saints. He could feel powerful, but he would not think in this direction. How could this side of the world is it possible that someone can become an authentic saint? He has never seen it before, and according to the instructions from the powerful men hidden in the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation. In the Eternal Realm, one must at least become a human saint to be considered a genius of a certain clan. And all authentic saints are it is very rare. Those who have become authentic saints can be regarded as the mainstay of their clan and a strong man with a famous reputation. The sword formation is constantly changing, as if an extremely powerful swordsman has evolved, 1 against 2. The flying swords are flying, every time the sword energy of a sword flew thousands of miles, and each sword flew quickly, splitting the space. On the other side of the Fire Phoenix, the Fire Phoenix formed by the power of Qin Changsheng's bloodline filled the sky with flames and arrows. These opponents, we can only defend. Chai Linger has retreated quickly, returned to the Holy Land with Feng Qingguo and Shang Guan Shishi, and watched the battle in the air from a distance. Too strong. Young Master is fighting against a 9th grade martial emperor alone. These martial emperors can be regarded as semi-saints who can borrow the power of some rules. The young master hasn't used all his strength yet, so he is probably still wary of Zheng Qiankai's other methods. Qin Changsheng noticed Zheng Qiankai's movements and seemed to have a trump card. That's why Qin Changsheng did not use the way of the Qin directly. If he used the way of the Qin, the rhythm attack could easily kill everyone in an instant. No matter it is this the demonic energy that fills the sky is either the demon puppets of the 9th grade martial emperor realm, or it is hiding behind Qiankaiu. There will definitely not be any trace left. I hope you can have a little more means. Only in this case will it be interesting. Zheng Qiankaiu, if you die too easily, those saints who have been ruined by you will not agree. I won't agree to it either. I'm going to rob people with you and you're courting death. Qin Changshen was looking forward to Zhen Qiankai's other tricks to suppress the situation, and Zhen Qiankai did not disappoint Qin Changshen. He took out good things and prepared to summon the Emperor Ji to arrive. Xianyao also noticed Zhen Qiankai's movements. Knowing that he must stop Zhen Qiankai, he said, "No, Zhen Qiankai has other methods. He may have to switch to Zhen Huangji, stop him quickly." Although Xianyao saw Qin Changshen fighting 1 against 4, he knew that Qin Changshen was powerful. But after the formation emperor appears, it will definitely be more difficult to deal with and the level of danger will be higher. Hey, this woman still doesn't believe in this young master. Let her see how powerful this young master is then. Not only in terms of combat, but also in a special aspect. Zhen Qiankai laughed loudly. "I really underestimate you. You can actually fight 1 against 4, with the blood of the emperor, the way of fire, the way of sword. Who are you?" "I. Qin Changshen, you should have heard of this name, right? I just don't know if there is any girl around you, so I can grab her." "Qin Changshen? It's you, but how can you be so strong?" Qin Changshen answered easily while fighting, "Why am I so strong? Maybe it's because I'm more handsome, and those who are more handsome are stronger. People as ugly as you don't dare to come close, so they can only hide behind you. But don't worry, after I take care of these few, I will kill you right away." Zhen Qiankai laughed heartily, "Ha ha ha. It's too late. If you can stop me, I'm afraid you still have a chance to survive. Now, you all just go to hell." In the sky, spiritual energy gathered crazily, and a phantom appeared in front of several people. This phantom slowly turned into a real entity. The person who appeared was none other than Zhen Huangji. Through this method, a clone descended here. This clone is not the same as the one used by Xianyao. Both of Xianyao's clones are the original body. If one of them dies, the other can still survive. The clone of Zhen Huangji is really just a clone, not that much. Xian Miao, the strength is only part of the strength of Zhen Huangji. Zhen Huangji came and looked at Zhen Qiankai. "Qiankai, has something happened?" "Father, I discovered 2 more royal bloodlines. There is also her, who claims to be Xianyao, the Holy Lord of Yaokai, and has extraordinary strength. The most amazing thing is that that boy is actually of the blood of the emperor, and he is also a saint of humanity in the way of fire and the way of sword. I was afraid of an accident, so I plan to ask my father to take action to solve the problem as soon as possible." Zhen Huangji looked at Xianyao and was suddenly shocked. The bloodline of the Queen Mother of the West, the holy body of the stars, the way of the stars, it is indeed Xianyao, and she is actually still alive. Seeing Qin Changshen again, he easily faced 4 people, and even repelled 4 of them, preparing to attack in the direction of Zhen Qiankai. The blood of the emperor, the way of the sword, the way of fire? Could it be that you are a person from the eternal realm who has lived here? Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 321. Qin Changshen looked at Zhen Qiankai and Zhen Huangji, father and son, while facing the attack of a 9th-grade martial emperor. "I am not from the eternal realm, but after destroying your imperial formation Holy Land, I am very interested in going to the eternal realm." Zhen Qiankai immediately became angry. "Huh, just you? Today, you will die here. Contribute your royal blood to me." Qin Changshen looked at Zhen Qiankai's appearance and couldn't help but shake his head. "Tisk, tisk, tisk, Zhen Qiankai, even though you have some brains, you know you can't beat me. This is your last resort. If you can't defeat him, then you summon your father? It's really embarrassing." Qin Changshen continued, "Do you dare to challenge me to a duel?" Qin Changshen's sarcasm can be said to have directly touched Zhen Qiankai's pain. Zhen Qiankai's face was terrifyingly gloomy. Zhen Huangji immediately stopped and said, Qiankai, calm down. Don't fall into his scheme. Humph, as long as you die, no one will know. Moreover, the power of your bloodline will belong to me, and your women will also belong to me, and I will enjoy them. When the time comes, you won't know. You're a genius. It's a pity that you can't be used by me. I'd better erase you. Zhen Huangji stopped talking nonsense. Although there is no time limit, we should deal with Qin Changsheng as soon as possible. Zhen Huangji didn't say anything and directly started to use powerful moves. The formation mark appeared, and he was preparing to set up the formation. Using the mark of the formation path, the void can form an array, and it can also exert the power of the rules of the formation path, which is extremely powerful. Qin Changsheng smiled and laughed wildly in his heart. Good. Good. I've been waiting for this move from you. The way of formation, right? It's a pity, you are a human saint and I am an authentic saint. When the time comes, your formation will belong to me, and I can make it stronger. Xianyao knows that Qin Changsheng is a saint of the way of fire, sword, formation, and piano, but he is not sure whether he is an authentic saint. Authentic saints are so rare that it is normal for Xianyao not to be sure. As for he had just been promoted to an authentic saint and was speculated to be an authentic saint. It was also because of speculation and because Qin Changsheng had used a trick to. No, this is the way of formation, Mr. Qin. Don't worry, it's no problem, it's just the way of the formation. You and Xiener slowly get closer, come to me, I am enough. Liang Xiener believes in Qin Changsheng more. Xianyao has no choice but to believe in Qin Changsheng. We can only hope that Qin Changsheng is truly a saint. The manifestation of the formation path is the formation path mark. Each formation path mark floats in the air and evolves into a huge formation, which is about to envelope everyone. Qin Changsheng has already arrived at the side of Xianyao and Liang Xiener, and smoothly changed the attack target. Several swords of rules flew quickly, piercing one of them directly. In the face of the powerful sword intention and power of rules, the entire demon puppet was penetrated, leaving no trace left. This is the powerful destructive power of the sword. Under the sword, nothing was left. Even the blood mist was completely destroyed by the sword and was directly wiped away. When Qin Changsheng killed one of the demon puppets, I also felt what kind of rules these rules were. These fragmentary rules seem to be the legendary way of destruction. Qin Changsheng noticed that the way of the sword was one of the things that brought about such a result just now. The other was that when the way of the sword was destroying the demon puppets, the power of the rules of destruction emerged and destroyed everything. Zhen Huangji saw Qin Changsheng's strength, knowing that Qin Changsheng's strength should not be underestimated. However, he did not expect that Qin Changsheng had hidden nearly 90% of his strength, and just showed it slightly. This move was revealed to the emperor of the formation. You see, after all, you have to show some strength in order to convince Zhen Huangji and believe in Qin Changsheng's strength, that's all. Tongtian Emperor Formation. Kill. Tongtian Emperor Formation. You must know that the realm of Emperor Wu is also called Tongtian Realm. This formation is the most powerful formation in the Holy Land of Emperor Formation. It is said that it can kill even Emperor Wu. Therefore, the Emperor of the formation is against his own formation. Fa is still very confident. Zhen Qiankai saw that the formation was successfully arranged, and his confidence returned. Qin Changsheng, no matter how powerful you are, you will never be my father's opponent. The way of formation is no weaker than your way of fire and sword. Qin Changsheng is very satisfied. This formation is very strong and he can take over it and transform it. This formation is very powerful, and it is formed by the formation marks. It's indeed very strong, but it's a pity that I seem to be stronger than your father. Huh, what a shameless statement. Zhen Huangji also looked at Xianyao. The Holy Lord of Yaokai was so young and beautiful, how come he is cuddling with a young boy now? It's just a pity that you don't have the strength you once had. Although the young lover you found is very talented, he is powerless in front of my formation method. Qin. Chang Sheng laughed loudly. Zhen Huangji, Zhen Qinkaiu, today, I will let you die clearly. The formation mark also appeared next to Qin Chang Sheng. This golden formation mark quickly formed a golden lotus, holding up Qin Chang Sheng and the two people around him. And more golden formation marks flew out quickly, submerged into the formation. Zhen Qinkaiu didn't understand it yet, but felt that it was the mark of the formation. Qin Changsheng seemed to be a humane saint of the formation. No, it's impossible. How could you have understood the third avenue, the way of formation? Zhen Qinkaiu couldn't believe it. This was too magical, wasn't it? Qin Changsheng had actually understood the third way. The third way was actually the way of formation. Zhen Qinkaiu didn't feel it, but Array Emperor Ji felt that this formation was out of control. When these golden formation marks flew out and disappeared into the formation, Huang Ji suddenly thought of a terrible possibility. Earth, a true saint. No, how is that possible? How can you be a true saint? In the eternal world, authentic saints are the mainstay of their clan, and they are powerful men whose reputations are legendary. You are so young, how can you be an authentic saint? The formation has changed its owner. Qin Changsheng quickly expanded the formation to surround the formation Huangji, formation Qinkaiu, and the remaining 6 ninth grade martial emperors. It's just the way of formation, isn't it normal for an authentic saint? Xianyao also got confirmation. Qin Changsheng is really an authentic saint of the way of formation. So, are the other 4 ways also authentic saints? Xianyao couldn't help but sigh, she still has too little experience. There is no way, imperial domain it is indeed very big, but there are really very few people who have achieved enlightenment and become saints. Let alone true saints. It is basically impossible to appear in this world. Zhen Huangji wants to escape now, but he probably won't be able to escape. With this formation, there is no other way but to fight to the death. Son, this kid should be an authentic saint of the formation. My formation has been completely controlled, and my clone cannot escape. I will choose to self-destruct my clone to buy you time. Therefore, take out your last life-saving means, and after using it, quickly use the escape talisman and run away. Father? Is he really that strong? Holy man, are you kidding me? With a snap of Qin Changsheng's fingers, the power of the rules of the formation turned into an attack, instantly destroying all 6 ninth grade martial emperors. Zhen Qinkaiu swallowed a mouthful of saliva, feeling as if he was a weak lamb waiting to be slaughtered. There is no power to resist at all. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 322. Qin Changsheng also didn't expect that they actually had the means to save their lives, but even if they had the means to save their lives, Qin Changsheng also had ways to deal with it. Zhen Qinkaiu took out a jade talisman. Although he had not used it or activated the power in it, Qin Changsheng could already feel the powerful power in it. This power is not just a little bit powerful, but powerful at another level. Both Xianyao and Liang Xianer can feel the powerful power in this jade talisman. This is not the power that Emperor Wu can possess. It can only be the power of a powerful person in the Tongtian realm, that is, Emperor Wu. Mr. Qin, this jade talisman, Emperor Wu. Xianyao has shortened the sentence as much as possible, but Qin Changsheng did not panic at all. He waved his hand lightly and summoned a river. The Emperor of the formation also burst out with powerful and pure demonic energy. A great road rules. It is revealed that each of the rules of this avenue carries unparalleled power. They feel different, but they are incomparably consistent. Destruction. Death. Destruction. Blade of destruction, break all this for me. Zhen Huangji displayed an unparalleled way of destruction. Compared with other avenues, this way of destruction is also a very powerful one. It is extremely pure destruction and very terrifying. The traces of destruction power emitted by the rules of the avenue, destroy it controls everything nearby, whether it is formations or other forces. Whether it is treasures or lives, in the face of destruction, there is only one result, and that is to be completely destroyed. There is something about the way of destruction. However, that's where it ends. A river rushed from the void. This river flowed through this space. Zhen Huangji suddenly felt a terrifying aura. Could this river be time? The formation Emperor Ji can still be seen and felt. However, his destructive power waxed and waned in time, unable to be unleashed at all. And Qin Changsheng is approaching step by step, approaching Zhenqian Kaiyu. Zhenqian Kaiyu could also feel that time seemed to have stopped at this moment. He wanted to move and break away, but he was unable to do anything. It's so difficult to break free from the shackles of time. Even the formation Emperor Ji, if he were here in his true form, could use the way of destruction to fight against and deal with it without being powerless. However, this is just a clone after all. The blade of destruction can only fight against time for a little while. The Emperor can feel that his time is still moving forward. This sword has already been slashed out. However, this sword is destined to never be able to kill Qin Changsheng. Qin Changsheng easily took the jade talisman from Zhenqian Kaiyu's hand and left slowly. Is this your last resort to save your life? It feels like it contains a powerful force. The power of Emperor Wu is still the power of the demons. The demons behind this power may be the source of your way of destruction, as well as the source of these demon puppets. It seems that you have made many deals with the demons. You betrayed the humans and colluded with the demons. You really deserve to die. Qin Changsheng looked at Zhen Huangji and said, originally I wanted him to die directly in the fleeting time, but I think even waste can still be used, so I plan to use him as waste. Qin Changsheng directly appeared in a ball of fire, which was the flame of the way of fire. What Qin Changsheng had to do was very simple, to extract the power of Zhenqian Kaiyu's bloodline. Because the system gave Zhenqian Kaiyu's attributes, which is the bloodline of the emperor. Zhenqian Kaiyu is a waste, but his royal bloodline is not a waste. It's just right and can be distilled and used to uplift others. The flames burned, and Zhenqian Kaiyu felt extremely painful. This was not an ordinary flame. His holy body couldn't hold on at all. The blood in his body seemed to be boiling. Qin Changsheng was helping Zhenqian Kaiyu condense his blood essence. The emperor of the formation looked at it after arriving. He felt heartbroken. This was his most beloved son and the one with the best talent. But now, Zhen Huangji had to watch all this happen, but he could do nothing. No, do not want. Qin Changsheng looked at Zhen Huangji and said, you are not qualified to refuse. You took away the saints from the major holy places to increase the power of your son's bloodline and improve his physique, right? You should know that if you come out to fool around, you will have to pay it back sooner or later. The emperor of the formation was extremely angry, and the power of destruction kept erupting. He had to break away from the shackles of time first, and it did have some effect. However, Qin Changsheng was separated from the emperor of the formation by a long river of time at this moment. This long river is an insurmountable chasm. Qin Changsheng extracted all the power of Zhenqian Kaiyu's bloodline, but it was only 4 drops of blood essence. The reason is very simple. Zhenqian Kaiyu's emperor's bloodline is relatively thin. I can only extract 4 drops, and I feel pretty good. The Array Emperor was extremely incompetent and furious. He wanted to struggle in the long river of time, but he couldn't even make a splash. Okay, Zhenqian Kaiyu has taken care of it, now it's your turn. It's a pity that you are just a clone and do not have the power of blood. Otherwise, you can also extract blood essence. The emperor was very angry. Qin Changsheng, you will not die well. I don't need to worry about it. Anyway, you should die before me. Don't worry, it won't take long. I will go to the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation immediately and let you reunite with your son. Qin Changsheng slashed out with the Sword of Rules. Under the terrifying sword intent, this clone turned into flying ashes. Alas, it's still too weak. If I could become a heavenly saint of the sword, I might be able to cut off cause and effect with this sword. Of course, we should follow the cause and effect and kill the main body directly, right? Qin Changsheng is just an authentic saint now. The power of the rules of the Great Sword can hurt the Formation Emperor's body, but the power is much weaker. When Xianyao heard Qin Changsheng's complaints, the corner of her mouth twitched slightly. He is already an authentic saint. Still not satisfied, still thinking about the saint of heaven, are you only 19 years old? Isn't this too outrageous? Liang Xian'er was shocked and filled with joy. Master Qin, are we really going to attack the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation next? Well, I definitely have to go to the Holy Land of Fighting Imperial Formation. Let's do this, Xian'er. You and Qingwu stay in Fixian Holy Land and help me collect the resources sent from other holy places. Regarding the attack on the Holy Land, Xianyao and I can go together. Xianyao has great confidence in Qin Changsheng, but the strength of the Imperial Formation Holy Land is obviously not weak. The strength of this Holy Land of the Imperial Formation is not weak either. The Emperor of the Formation is actually a human saint of the way of formation and the way of destruction. He has understood both ways and his strength is extraordinary. The most important thing is that he may be hiding a 9th grade martial emperor similar to this, and there may also be a demon martial emperor. Qin Changsheng knew Xianyao's worries and began to analyze and said, and these 9th grade martial emperors are nothing. I can kill them easily if they come, as many as they come. As for the Emperor of the Formation, the way of the Formation basically cannot be used. After all, I am an authentic saint. The most important thing is that I don't know how strong the demon martial emperor is behind him. After all, I haven't seen him before. After analyzing this, Qin Changsheng paused, his eyes still filled with confidence. Even if he is Emperor Wu, I have the strength to fight. Xianyao, do you dare to follow my master, destroy the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation, and kill Emperor Wu? Xianyao was also affected by Qin Changsheng's heroic spirit, and replied with great determination, then I will accompany Mr. Qin to the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation and destroy the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation. Kill Emperor Wu. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 323. After Qin Changsheng made the arrangements, he decided to set off immediately and destroy the Imperial Formation Holy Land first. Destroying the Imperial Formation Holy Land can also deter other holy lands. It is estimated that the other 9 holy lands will also become intimidated. After all, Qin Changsheng will prove everything with his own strength. Let's go now. Qin Changsheng did not hesitate, and immediately set off with Xianyao and others. As for the essence and blood extracted from Zhenqian Kaiu, Qin Changsheng thought about it and used it himself. There was a lot of demonic power in it, which could be used by others. It is still not suitable for human use, and the impact may be relatively large. After communicating with Xianyao and the system, Qin Changsheng planned to use his way of fire to eradicate all the power of the demons and integrate it into his own bloodline. Although this improvement will be smaller, it is generally safer and more secure. In the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation, the Emperor of the Formation was injured by a sword intent. It could be said to be the sword intent, or the power of the rules of the sword. Penetrate the clone and reach the main body. However, this power has also been weakened a lot. Zhen Huangji was only slightly injured, but he can feel what is going on with this power. My clone was destroyed. Did Qin Kaiu encounter a powerful opponent? You can only feel the power of the rules of the sword. The opponent should be a humane saint of the sword. Because it is a clone, if you can return, you can still know what happened. However, this clone was completely destroyed by Qin Changsheng. The Emperor of the Formation, who is far away in the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation, naturally does not know what happened specifically. Come on, please go to the Minghun Hall and see my son Qin Kaiu's life card. How about it? As soon as Zhen Huangji issued the order, someone came over in a panic. Holy Lord, Holy Son, Zhen Huangji had already made some preparations in his heart, but he didn't expect it to come true. Qin Kaiu's life card is broken. Holy Lord, have mercy. Zhen Huangji didn't care whether he had anything to do with the guard. In anger, the power of the rules of the way of destruction appeared. With a flick of his sleeve, the disciple was destroyed instantly. The disciple seemed to be burned by flames. Being blown by the wind, the whole person became charred black and dry, and finally turned directly into fly ash. It didn't look like a normal way of death at all, but turned the person into a dead tree, a very terrifying force. No matter who dares to kill my son, I will make you pay the price. Ah! After Zhen Huangji roared angrily, he immediately made a decision. This time, he came out in full force. He didn't believe that there would be any opponent with such strength in the imperial domain. The people from Formation 1 to Formation 7 are probably gone. However, from Formation 8 to Formation 16, these 9 ninth-grade martial emperors can be improved again. In addition, there is the demon martial emperor, and there is no need to hide his son anymore. They all died because of this, and the opponent this time was definitely not weak. Qin Changsheng quickly left his palace to find his last trump card, the demon clan's martial emperor. He flew all the way to the forbidden area of the Imperial Formation Holy Land, where the emperor, the most secret place in the Holy Land of Formation, no one else could come here except Formation Huangji. When Formation Emperor Ji entered it, he heard a very eerie and terrifying sound coming from inside. It was obviously very loud, but it just made him. People can't help but feel fear in their hearts. Are you here to deliver someone to me? Zhen Huangji was too lazy to control his emotions, ignored the terrifying demonic energy nearby, and entered the cave directly. Now that my son has died, do you still want me to find someone for you? Is the life-saving jade charm you gave my son useful? The demon martial emperor also appeared in front of Zhen Huangji. He looked about the same size as a human. However, his whole body was dark, with black scales in many places, and even 2 horns on his head. He exuded the spirit of death and destruction. Breath. This is the destruction demon clan among the demon clan, and it is also one of the more powerful races among the demon clan. It burst out with an aura that was earth-shattering. The formation blocked the leakage of breath and power, but within the formation, facing the martial emperor's formation emperor also felt death coming. This is the real martial emperor. Even if formation emperor is half-step martial emperor, he is like a child in front of the opponent, without much power to resist. Zhen Huangji, who do you think you are? Dare you talk to me like this? The emperor of the formation was directly knocked back by the powerful force of the demon clan martial emperor. He smashed into the wall of the cave and shook the mountain for a while. It was just because there was no one nearby for hundreds of miles and nearly 1,000 miles, and there was still a formation, and there was no one else. Perceived. My son is dead and your jade talisman is of no use. This is the most important thing. Maya, the martial emperor of the demon clan, came to the front of the formation emperor and grabbed the formation emperor. Remember who you are. Huang Zhenji recovered a little, but my son is dead. You said that even a first-grade martial emperor may not be able to stop your jade talisman. In this world, it is impossible for Emperor Wu to exist. There is another possibility, that is, Your son did not use the jade talisman at all. I can still feel that the jade talisman still exists, but it is not used. Huang Zhenji frowned. He could feel that the clone had already been used, but why wasn't the jade talisman used? Not used yet? Maya looked at Huang Zhenji. It is possible that he was killed before using the jade talisman. Huang Zhenji looked very solemn. No, it's impossible. How could 7 ninth grade martial emperors and my clone not even have time to use the jade talisman? My son discovered a woman with the blood of the emperor. She died this time just to help Lord Maya. I also asked Lord Maya to take action to avenge my son. The bloodline of the emperor's formation, you hide it so well. Zhen Huangji was not afraid at all. I also followed the request and sent talented women to Lord Maya every month without any delay. Don't worry, I will help your son get revenge. Tell me, what exactly happened? Zhen Huangji also told the story, and Maya was a little more worried. I can kill 7 ninth grade martial emperors, and even your clone. Neither Chen Wuji nor Long Yaotian can do it, which means that there are other strong people in the imperial domain, maybe even strong ones from outside. Lord Maya, do you suspect that someone from the eternal realm has entered this world? This possibility cannot be ruled out. Maya is also estimating how strong his opponent will be. Now it seems that he is most likely a first-grade martial emperor or a humane saint of the sword. It's hard to say what his strength is in other aspects. Lord Maya, please improve the strength of formation 8 to 16, to the half-step martial emperor realm. Lord Imaya, and our 10 half-step martial emperors, no matter who they are no match for us. Moreover, there is no need to hide anymore, just sweep across the entire imperial domain, grab all the talented women, and restore your strength to Maya-sama. Maya was also hesitant, but finally made a decision. You are right, there is no need to hide anymore. Fantasy, I robbed millions of saints. Author, The Dream of a Million Saints. Chapter 324. Qin Changsheng and Xian Yao were quite ostentatious along the way, and their purpose was very simple, just to build publicity. Use the method of destroying the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation to frighten other Holy Lands in the Imperial domain. Oh my God, you are going to destroy the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation. Are you too brave? It's not that courageous, haven't you heard? It's the Yaokai Holy Land, the Yaokai Holy Land back then. What? The people of Yaokai Holy Land actually want to restore Yaokai Holy Land. Qin Changsheng, and the people from Yaokai Holy Land? Who is Qin Changsheng? Qin Changsheng was the ruthless man who targeted the Imperial Formation Holy Land and plundered many of the Imperial Formation Holy Land's affiliated Holy Lands. With the return of the Yaokai Holy Land, will the Imperial Realm become more lively, or will things completely change? It was very lively, and many people followed Qin Changsheng's flying palace, ready to see how lively this unprecedented battle would be. The Imperial Formation Holy Land is not an ordinary 9th grade Holy Land, but one of the 9 Holy Lands. The Imperial Formation Holy Land even has 2 9th grade martial emperors. It is definitely a giant in the Imperial domain and is undoubtedly the top Holy Land. Qin Changsheng and Xian Yao arrived at the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation relatively leisurely, and the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation had almost received the news. Zhen Huangji has also been making preparations these days, planning to go to the Fixian Holy Land to snatch Feng Qingguo away and destroy the Fixian Holy Land. After that, directly destroy all other 9th grade Holy Lands and dominate the entire Imperial domain. Holy Lord, no good, someone is coming to attack our Imperial Formation Holy Land. They say they want to destroy our Imperial Formation Holy Land. The Imperial Formation was stunned. How dare someone dare to offend the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation? Even if the Formation boy dies and the Imperial Formation is here, the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation will not be in danger. How dare someone attack the Holy Land of the Imperial Formation? That is tantamount to seeking death. Attack our imperial formation Holy Land? Who? Wuji Holy Land or Shenjao Holy Land? No, it's neither, but the Yaokai Holy Land. By the way, there is also Qin Chang Sheng. When Huang Zhenji heard about Yaokai Holy Land, he didn't take it to heart. Yaokai Holy Land had been destroyed long ago. Even if someone survived, they would definitely not be the opponent of Huang Zhen Holy Land. Also, Qin Chang Sheng? The name seems familiar. But even the 9th grade martial emperor, Huang Zhenji did not take it seriously. Since the impression is not deep, it means that he was not the 9th grade martial emperor before. Now, even if the 8th grade martial emperor has entered the 9th grade for the first time, he is still far away. Yaokai Holy Land, Qin Chang Sheng? How many people came in total? Is there anyone else? 1. There are only 2 people in total. One is Qin Chang Sheng, and the other seems to be from Yaokai Holy Land. The emperor of the formation was very angry, and even wanted to laugh. 2 people, just 2 people, dare to talk nonsense and say that they want to destroy my holy land of the emperor's formation? Ha ha ha, it's so ridiculous. They also said. What else can you say? That Qin Chang Sheng also said that he killed the great elder and the holy son, and it would be his turn next. The disciple who reported the message did not dare to finish his sentence, but Huang Zhen knew what was coming next. Okay, I didn't go to them, but they came to me. If you are looking for death, then I will help you them. By the way, how do you know the name of this Qin Chang Sheng? Holy Master, this Qin Chang Sheng is the ruthless and evil thief who destroyed several subordinate holy places before. It is said that he seemed to be at the 2nd and 3rd grade martial emperor level before, but now he seems to be very powerful. Qin Chang Sheng? It turned out to be him. His strength has improved so quickly. Could it be that there is something wrong with his origin? Zhen Huangji was not in a hurry at all, and went directly to summon Formation 8 to Formation 16. These 9 people are now stronger after being promoted once by Maya. These 9 people are now half-step martial emperors, and their strength is stronger than before. The 9th grade martial emperor is stronger. Moreover, the power of the rules of destruction that can be used is stronger. It can be said that any of them can deal with 2 formations. In addition to these 9 half-step martial emperors, there is another, the real martial emperor Maya. The emperor of the formation also decided to be foolproof and directly awaken Maya. Lord Maya, the other party came to my door and made wild claims, saying that he wanted to destroy my imperial formation Holy Land, and asked Lord Maya to take action. When the people arrive, I will naturally take action. But Lord Maya, the other party may also have strong men from the eternal world. When Maya heard the word eternal world, his eyes suddenly lit up. Eternal world? How did you know? This man's name is Qin Chang Sheng. According to the information I collected, his strength has improved very quickly. Just a few months ago, he seemed to be a 2nd and 3rd grade martial emperor, but now, it seems that he is the one who killed my clone. Maya was lost in thought. This speed of strength improvement is indeed unbelievable. Even if Maya is extremely talented, it is basically impossible to improve so fast in the realm of the martial emperor, even if he has unlimited resources. Maybe, his strength was never that of a 2nd or 3rd grade martial emperor, but a half-step martial emperor, or even a 1st grade martial emperor. He may be injured and needs resources to recover and improve, so he plunders resources. Lord Maya's analysis is right. Looking at the flattering Huang Zhenji, Maya didn't say anything. If he were a 1st grade martial emperor, he could indeed kill your son so that he wouldn't be able to use the jade talisman at all. Huang Zhenji also knows that if the opponent is really Emperor Wu, he has no chance of winning, so he can only rely on Maya. Therefore, Huang Zhenji now looks extremely humble. Please also ask Lord Maya to take action. I am only a 1st grade martial emperor, but I, Maya, was a third-grade martial emperor during his heyday. But fortunately, I have finally returned to the realm of a first-grade martial emperor, and I no longer need to be timid here. By sweeping across the imperial domain and capturing all the talented women, my strength will be restored quickly. No matter who it is, they will not be my opponent. Maya was seriously injured before, so he could only rely on Huang Zhenji. Huang Zhenji will also look for talented women to dedicate to Maya. Maya will also give many rewards to help Maya recover. For example, to save Jin Qinkai's life, the Jade Talisman has the full power of a first-grade martial emperor. For example, it can help Jin Huangji understand the way of destruction and make Jin Huangji a strong man who can realize two paths and become a saint. Then there is the refining of demon puppets. 16. A few days ago, we were trained to become 9th-grade martial emperors, but we lost 7 when they were taken out. Now the remaining 9 have all been promoted to the half-step martial emperor realm. For this reason, the imperial formation extreme, it can be said that he has paid a lot in the past. Huang Zhenji only collected saints from other holy places to offer to Maya. Now Huang Zhenji can no longer care about so much. In just a few days, most of the female disciples in the Holy Land were killed. Directly dedicated to Maya. The talents of these female disciples are not at the level of the saint, but most of them are still very good. They are the hope of the future of the imperial formation Holy Land, but they have all been sacrificed. Qin Changshen, Yaokai Holy Land, you must die. To be buried with my son, no matter how huge the price is, I will not hesitate to do so. What I, Maya, like most is genius. I will give you a chance to help your son avenge himself. Thank you, Lord Maya.